Hello, welcome to Amanda's Parade and Parade Handmade. Since last week, I've been really trying to stay with my new regime of avoiding so much concentration on social media. I was saying in one of the last videos that it's really been burning me out trying to keep up the momentum of what social media requires, seemingly. So I've been posting to social media for Parade Handmade sporadically, not sporadically, but maybe every couple of days, which I'm enjoying. That's great. It's not burning me out too much. But the idea was then I was to get more creative with my own work in the meantime, and blog more on the Parade Handmade website, which would free me up then to do more of my own things on Etsy for my Amanda's Parade, and just generally be more creative, which I have been. But I don't know if you find this. I think there's a lot of people at the moment really resisting this crazy hamster wheel, but not really knowing what else to do about it. And I'm one of them. I'm not saying that I have found the way or anything, but I'm looking around really intensely to find the right balance for me. So with that said, I have blogged already this month, which is great. Sometimes I'm scrambling to get the last 2 in at the end of the month, and I really want to get more than 2 in a month. So I want to do it casually. So maybe tomorrow I'll get on to doing a bit of blogging. And today I was to get creative with card making. So that's the other issue. I was focusing on making the bucket hat last week, which I finished yesterday. I'll show you a picture in this video somewhere. And it came out really nice, and I will probably make a pattern for it for people. I might even make a physical pattern to be bought. I'm considering getting rid of my digital downloads and kind of trimming off some of the extras that I've taken on, but I think they're just causing me more problems than benefits. So this morning I want to focus this week on cards, making cards, creating cards, but that entails drawing, and I have a couple of ideas for that. But I got up this morning straight away into the banking and that kind of thing, emails and social media post. I did a social media post, which is fine because it kind of gets that off my head. I don't have to worry about that, and I don't want to drop anything important. So it's important to me to make sure that Parade Handmade is maintained in social media, but without burning me out in the meantime. So that's okay. That was good. And then I got up, fed all the cats. That's great. They're gorgeous. And now I'm finding it hard to get into. It's the changeover from the bucket hat. I'll get into it. I know I will. But it's this resistance to change that that really freaks me out, and it kind of gives me a bit of a crisis of confidence. And then I find anything else to do. I've just had 2 bowls of Rice Krispies. I don't even eat cereal. But I'll have this before I get started. I'll do that before I get started. I'm doing this video even though I don't really feel like doing a video, but I'm doing it, and it's actually fine. It's probably a good thing to do. I may use it or I may not use it later. I might change it. But yeah, so I'll keep you posted. I'm hoping to do cards. I'm developing the idea, so I can't explain too much about that, but that's what I'm on this week. I'm going to focus on cards, drawing, just developing the ideas and moving on with that. And yeah, so I'll chat later with you when I have another little bit of news. So I hope you're having good luck with whatever you're doing this week, and that your projects are working out for you, and that social media isn't burning you out too much. So chat later, okay? Hi. I am doing my nut today because it is 5 to 3. I've just given myself permission to slip out and get lunch. Didn't really want to do it, but it's better if you do it. I just wanted to draw. I gave myself the day. I have given myself the week, though today is Tuesday, but to draw. It's a total dream to just give yourself the time to draw. For me anyway, it's like, you can play for the week there, have a ball, enjoy yourself. But no, I can't draw today. It's like I just can't draw. And this happens. I know this happens. Of course I know this happens. And it happens to me, regularly, that I can't draw on demand. Some days. I can draw on demand brilliantly on other days. Just do it. Don't think about it. Just do it. Just let it flow. But there's no flowing today. So I am gone crackers. And it's against my will because I know this is what happens to me. And I expected it. But I'm sharing it because I'm hoping that other people feel the same and that they see that, it's not all plain sailing. And I think I've company too. Anyhow, I'll have to continue this video tomorrow, which I fully intended anyway, and we'll see, do things change today? Maybe I could do a few nice little doodlies in an hour, maybe, or maybe not. And the thing is, if I don't want to give up today because there's nothing else I want to do. I'd be just as bad at anything else, and I really hate writing off the full day. So we'll see. Let's see. It's the next morning. I'm looking, it's Wednesday, and I'm thinking I might edit this tomorrow. Yeah, so I had a bit of a breakthrough with the drawing yesterday. I persisted and I just kept the pencil in my hand all evening, as I was relaxing watching TV and stuff like that. And there you go, lots of pictures came, well, not lots, but a good few, half decent. And why couldn't I have done that all day when I wanted to? Yeah, all right, skipping on past that. I realized this morning I'm having a bit of bother getting over the fact that there isn't as much noise to do with social media. I'm having withdrawal symptoms. I think it is. At least, yeah. I love the silence. I crave the silence and I crave the space. And I'm delighted with it. But it's almost like all of a sudden I have too much space and I feel a bit invisible. And I don't mean that I have to be seen all the time, because I hate that, actually. I hate being seen all the time. But it's kind of like I like to know that I have things ticking along as though I were out there all the time, but I'm in the background working. So the fact that I'm not doing social media constant on a constant drip is a bit of a challenge that I'm going to get over, by the way, because I know I prefer this. So that's fine. So the drawing is back on track, and it's not drawing for drawing's sake or cards for card's sake. It's a bit of both. So I have to kind of not get too mugged down in that, because as in the problem of it, I want to get into the drawing more and more, the painting and that. So there's a bit of a mix up here. I want to design some cards. I'm hoping this happens to a lot more people, or maybe it's just a quirk of, no, it's not. And I know it does. I want to make my cards. I'm not aiming for Valentine's Day, but it's looming and it's there, and it's kind of annoying me. I don't prepare for Valentine's Day because historically I've never had success with Valentine's Day as such. So here I am again with a ponytail trying to show a hat, but the hair isn't great after the first day of washing, so especially when you have long hair. Some of you may understand that. But anyhow, you get the gist. There it is. I'm pretty proud of it. I've been talking about it all week. You think it was the only thing I ever did ever. But having said that, I got a bag or a little box of remnants, leather remnants, on a free cycle website during the week, just by total fluke. I won't get into that story, but it was like, whoa, I don't even normally work in leather. And I actually had it collared for a friend of mine, but it's not new. Hold on a second. So yeah, the leather is not new. I thought it was going to be remnants from working projects and that, but it happened to be leather from an old couch, which means the leather is worn and it's really nice. So what I'm going to do is, it came into my mind, I'm going to see, I think I have in my spare time, see can I make one of these little beauties when I'm not designing, but when I am creating that pattern more perfectly, I can then use it to make maybe one of these from the leather. So that'd be a nice project to do, and I can give that to my husband if he wants to wear it. I don't know, we'll see. It's brown leather, it's nice. So yeah, so that was a kind of a thing. And then if there's bits left over, I'll see what I can do with those. I make brooches, or I don't know yet, little fun things, and then I'll put that aside and move on to my next thing. So yeah, that's another thing that ate into my time this week, or it's gonna eat into my time. But that's okay because that keeps me alive. That keeps me going. So I really have to go now. So yeah, to keep up my momentum, I am going to add another blog post today to the not unique, niche business musings, which is the new blog on the Parade Handmade site. Um, niche business musings is quite a long name, even for me to remember. So, Anyway, the point is, we have craft life there, and now we have niche business musings. And the niche business musings is somewhere that I can just kind of slip in and like comment a little bit and do a little blog post, a little bit of an update, kind of keep things moving. It helps keep me straight, but it also kind of shares the inner workings of what's going on the site. And the craft life blog is more to do with crafts and, cutesy things you can do and make, and just more generalized craft life. So niche business musings would be kind of like this kind of thing. But so I'm going to do that and attempt to, well, first of all, keep things rolling there, because I want to up the game with having more blog posts for the sake of Google search and upping my credibility of the site, Parade Handmade site. And yeah, and then I'll carry on with designing later. So I'm going to feel better about that. And of course, doing this is really good, to stop and do a little bit of this and just keep my hand in with this, because I'm not big on, as you might be similar yourself, not big on kind of turning myself inside out to show really what's going on behind the scenes all the time. Some days I'm in great mood for that, and then in another day I'm like, oh God, no. And it's to decide then what you want to say to everybody. And yeah, I'll talk about this another day. This whole YouTube channel thing, it's new to me, and I've been observing other people, etc., etc. But that's a whole new video. I'm not going to just charge that in here as well. That could be good for the next one, maybe. And until I get the cards and the drawings underway to be able to show you something, what I'm doing, how I'm putting them together or whatever. So it's hard to, I suppose, chronicle what you're doing in your creative life, because that's unfolding as you're going along. I don't have a definite plan every time for exactly what I'm going to do, because I'd like to leave the door open to see what I might do. I kind of have these notions of what I'd like to see the cards look like. And then I also have a time limit, but then I'm saying, well, why do you have a time limit? And, I kind of wrestle with myself to see what actually I do produce. So mainly what I really want to do is produce some cards just in the whole love area, not for Valentine's Day, such for weddings and things like that. And weddings and engagements and just that whole element. And I'm having fun with it, but I need to kind of exteriorize a lot of that. And I want to get some paintings done on the theme. The paintings take longer, and that kind of makes me go, right, well, when do you want to do that? But I think I should really just plunge right in and just get moving, and then figure out the social media and YouTube channel and blogging and that around that. As long as I can keep Parade Handmade attention on that as well. I have to do some photography on a couple of elements there. I've got some new stock coming in soon, have to be ready for that, and I have to get some jewellery shot meanwhile. So it's divvying out the time a little bit for all those things. But I'm trying to focus this week on the drawing. So I'm going to finish up here on this. I'll edit the video tomorrow, then do a little bit of blogging now, and then draw for the rest of the day, and then perhaps get a sketch done for a painting. I have one since springtime last year, or the middle of summer or something. I might just push on with that. That's kind of fun. Anyway, you get the gist. I'm trying not to get crowded, but I'm getting crowded. You might be the same. So it's a bit of a struggle, but we'll get there. All right. I'll probably add a little bit tomorrow. Chat tomorrow then. This is my little guy. He is a big romantic. He really loves this lady here. That's his bride. But he's had a lot of work to get there. He's done a lot of little romantic things to get to his wedding day. So it's not plain sailing for everybody. And that's just a bit of a taste. I think I've tried him on a bike as well, which I think would be fun, but I'm not great at drawing motorbikes, so I'll have to study that for a little while. Just a bit. I kind of got bogged down in that. There he is. We never know. I'll see. He looks like a chicken in that one. And here they are. That's the two grooms, actually. That's two grooms getting married. I have to work on that. And there's a little romantic scenario. But our guy is very romantic and he does a lot of work getting to where he wants to get. So I will create a little story around that and enjoy working on that later today. So now I've been getting places today with videoing and doing a little bit of editing afterwards. I'm nearly there. I just want to say thank you so much for listening and watching, and good luck with your own projects, whatever you're up to this week, and whatever ideas are boiling away there in the background, bubbling away, that they come to fruition for you. And if you'd like to subscribe, like and subscribe would be really, really helpful, especially at the moment. I did get another subscriber during the week. I'm very proud. I kept telling my husband, I have another subscriber. That was your mom, he said. I'm like, no, 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 no. That was number 8. I have a 9th one as well. So I don't know what it's at now, but I think it's still at 9. So let's see how quickly I can maneuver that up a little bit. And yeah, so next week I'm hoping to do a little bit. I mentioned there earlier, it was something to do with YouTube and the whole idea, the concept of this, and what it means, what the pros and cons from my perspective. They might have some relevance to you. So I think that's maybe the focal point for next week's video. So as we said, the royal we, as I said there earlier, like and subscribe, and just make sure you get your notifications through if you want to follow along. So thanks a million, and maybe see you next week. Bye.